I do not know. Yeah, if it is working, that's good. Okay, so it is blocking these people. Okay. Huh? You can sit in the chair also, in the pews. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May Brahman protect us, both the teacher and the student, equally. May he enable us. I see no one is reading, see. May he, at the very beginning, here, page 1. Start page 1. At the very beginning. On the right side, invocation. Okay. Wow, after so many days, we have to know where is this invocation. May Brahman protect us both, the teacher and the student, equally. May he enable us to share the benefit of our learning equally. May we be equally strong to grasp the meaning of the learning. May the learning be equally fruitful to us. May we never be jealous of each other. Peace, peace, peace. Now, we are on the page 147. So, or this. We'll go to.
Actually, we finished 10 and we started on 11.
Anyhow, we'll do it again. So anyhow, what is the point is that the boy Nachiketa asked the question that is there any truth after life, after death, or then is there any reality? And he said the first other question, and this is the last part where he was answering this serious question. And he said that I shall now explain to you the subject of the secret of eternal Brahman that is said in the 6th verse, and also of what happens to the self after death. So that promise he is now carrying on, and on the 7th verse, the teacher, Jyama, he said that some embodied souls, page 145, depending upon their work and knowledge, have a body again, going through the process of rebirth. But in some cases, the body may be immobile, such as a tree. According to karma, we get our bodies. So, some after death may come back in different reincarnation, we call reincarnation. And that reincarnation will depend according to his own action. What action he has done, what thought he carried on. So accordingly, his body will be that. Even sometimes it may be like immobile or non-moving life, like that in the what we call the trees. Trees are non-moving, they cannot move by themselves. So that means the consciousness can manifest in different levels according to their karma. So that's why karma theory is so important in Vedantic ideas, that we are doing what we are today, our own karmas.
Swami, isn't there a distinct difference between the essence of Advaita Vedanta, which believes in liberation now, Jivan
Then liberation, yeah, no problem.
and Hindu religion? Religion and philosophy are not the same. Not in any religion. The probably furthest apart in Hinduism, where the religion would, everybody who's born a Hindu, with very little knowledge of this religion, will constantly talk of karma. Anything bad happens, oh, that's my karma. Of course, no responsibility, just my karma. But Advaita Vedanta never does. It's constantly saying, Jivan Mukti is the idea. And that liberation is not going to come in some heaven in the stratosphere.
Yeah, no, we are getting it derailed. The question is that karma does not contradict our Vedanta.
No.
Karma says to explain what is going on now. But ultimately we are all free souls. We are birthless, deathless. That is true. But forget that. That is not in our experience. So what I am experiencing, what I am now, to explain, the best suggestion is that I did some karma and this is the result of that. Simple thing. Does not mean that this is true, my fate. My fate I have created. If you say my fate, who has created my fate? I did certain karma and I am being, result of that is this one. So it is fate. Fate means you are saying your own karma. Fate is another name of your own karma. So if I have done that, I am now, I can do something, I will be different. Karma theories, philosophy should not be taken just only fatalistic. Or going to heaven, okay, God will do everything. Not that. Rather, karma theory gives us the tremendous impact of Vedanta, that I can change myself, I can be what I am. I can get out of this. This is my karma. Karma means any, not only work, physical, mental, intellectual, whatever we do, that is karma. And physical to the body, mental thinking, people thinking day and night of brutal thoughts, they become brutes. People thinking of holiness and love, they become holy. So how we create ourselves. Karma theory means that you need not have to be so frustrated because of looking at the present. Present has come because you created your present situation. You can recreate yourself. That's the Vedanta. I think karma theory should be taken that way. But true what you are saying, many people understand that, oh, my fate, I cannot do anything. Yeah? No, that is not the point. Yes, that because of the karma I am in situation now, my karma has brought me here, so I can do some karma, it will take me to other place. Uh, so I think it is a positive aspect of karma, not fatalistic. Fatalistic, many people really become fate dependent on this and they go for astrology and this and all this horoscope and this, my fate is like that, I cannot do anything happening, going to the astrologer and paying $100 to check what they say, oh, this is this. And this may be science, but it does not solve my present problem. Present problem, I am in difficulty. Why shall I be in difficulty? Who has stopped my freedom? Yeah. So to solve that, Vedanta says, assert on yourself. Take the responsibility on your shoulder and move on. Yes.
But what about intentions? Because let's say a person becomes very aware of the fact that their actions and thoughts have a karmic impact, and then because for example, let's say you then decide that okay, but I want to spend more time, invest more of my time doing good to others. But then of course, although you may have come to this realization that what you do and think has a karmic impact, the intention behind your action still may be driven by the fact that, oh, I need to be a good person for my own benefit, as opposed to actually doing selfless service for other people.
That's
so
true.
Where do you...
But there is no contradiction. We move from one stage to the other stage. Perfect selfishness will come when you develop soul. And we mature to that state. Buddha is not created in one day. Christ is not created in one day. The saint's life is not created in one day. They have to go through certain steps. And in one step, what is important? In the second step, it is not important. But the first step is important to step up into the next stage. Class 1 or grade school, when you go, grade 1 is not our life's goal. But grade 1 was the foundation of our what we are now. If grade was 1 was not there, 2 was not there, 3 was not there, you could not be what you are today. So those are necessary in those stages. But we should have to transcend till we reach the freedom. And freedom is ours. It is true, we have forgotten that. We have forgotten that, and as a result, we are behaving as if we are bound slaves of our fate. That's why Vedanta brings this idea. Don't talk about fate. Fate is your own. You have created your fate.
The way I understand what you're saying is that when we start doing spiritual practice, we reset the trajectory of our life, because by doing spiritual practice, we strengthen our mind and we aim towards the divine, and it changes our path.
Yeah. So we cannot actually change the trajectory. Trajectory life goes because you have already thrown the stone. But your mind and understanding changes internally. So the things in the world will happen, you will be unaffected.
There you go.
Yeah. Otherwise, we ordinary people, when we pass through different circumstances, we get sorrows and suffering and pain and agonies. You can change the inner trajectory of your mindset, change your samskaras, change your thought process, and you can divinize there inside. So the body will be going through its own bodily experiences, but you will be saying, I am untouched by it. The Swami Turiyananda's example, body is going through the surgery. It's body, not me. So they have changed their inner trajectory. But outer trajectory, carbuncle came in his back. That is the outer trajectory. Suffering came, emotions, angers, frustrations, as a part of human life, it going on. Don't judge that as ultimate. What is your inner awareness, inner feeling? How you can just ignore that and feel it's a passing phase, it will go away. It is not me. So there is the glory of this karma theory. So we inch by inch, every moment by moment, we transform our inner personality. And that inner personality, when it changes, then we are not the same old. The people, that's why the saintly people will see, they also eat like us. The people of illumination, they also talk Ramakrishna. Look at the gospel, read the gospel. He's behaving like us. He's taking shower, he's eating food, he's saying, hey, why do you send this food? I can't eat that food. All this complaint and things like, as if like human. But inner, everything is such a divine, things are happening as if they are internally, totally beyond all this normal behavior, what we do. Now, so some embodied soul, doing because according to their karma, prapadante swarirattayo dehina, in the 7th verse, depending upon their work and knowledge, have a body again. You will have to take a body till you finish that karma. That means then you know karma means what? By karma we gain something, we achieve something. You do 8 hours karma and what you gain? They give you some salary. You give some health insurance. So you do some karma and get something. But when you will have no desire to gain anything, so there is no question of working for anything. That's why they are called karma yogis. They don't karma. They don't do karma, but they are karma yogis. Why? Karma means friction. Anything you do in life is a friction. With my co-worker, with my boss, with my friend, with my family, with my daughter, with my son, with my mom, with my everywhere, all friction. And so long this is there, we'll have to be born to experience and experience. When it will be no more friction, it is going on in its way, and I am not that. It is the body is functioning that way, mind is functioning, but I am beyond body and mind. So that is a state where comes this body no more to be born.
Karma seems to have two types of results. One is the immediate physical, at the physical plane it has a result. If I do a work of, there will be some result of it in the physical plane. But then there is also this result in the subtle plane, where I get the results of my karma in future, good or bad.
Yeah,
depending on how I did the karma.
Right. But that's the we call the karma. We should not judge only seeing the outside karma. Inner attitude is more important. And that inner attitude is the transformation of the inner personality. That is the sanskaras are being built there. That's why by doing same karma, one can get entangled into the world, and doing the same karma, one can release from bondage. I give the example in our order. So we are having now 2,000 monks maybe. So we are also, our sadhus are doing the karma. They are what you call top guys in our internet and what you call computer science. They are also doctors, they are engineers, they are lawyers. No, they are working the same way. Lawyer works the inside or outside is not the question. Law work is the same here and there. Being a lawyer, if one can realize God, why not the other lawyer is getting? Other lawyer is making $1 million. Or if he can get a crooked case, then he can get 5 million. And he can fight day and night for that. And also a monk is maybe doing the same job, but doing that he is coming as reaching freedom. Why? Inner attitude. I'm doing for the Lord. There is no motivation. It's my karma is just suffering, offering to the Lord. A doctor earning, all the doctors in this country earn huge amount of money. They're the rich people, is it not? By their profession, I'm not judging that, but I'm saying the fact. But a monk is a doctor. What they're doing? They're also seeing the patient. They also see all the diagnosis and this, and they give medicine and treat all these things. No? By doing the same activity outside, one is getting towards God, and one is getting towards money, and more money, squeezing and squeezing. In poor countries, I hear, in the name of treating somebody, they take away your kidney and sell it. So you get few 100,000 immediately. So this is also they are doing. It's a medical profession. So not that. What intention? That is the question. And that intention creates our inner personality. And that is the point. It creates a samskara. So any action we do, two things happen. As an example, you take a stone and throw in a pool. What happens? Hit it. What will happen? As soon as it hits, there is a wave. And wave creates the ripple. No? But the stone goes down and settles. That action immediately is not ended. It has an immediate reaction, but it has a subtle impact, which is getting settled in the subconscious. So if we think noble thoughts and do some action, that is creating noble, what is called impressions, samskaras. And when next life will come, those impressions will be impulsive to direct my next direction of life. And that's why people go into higher and higher understanding. If a child, you will be surprised. That day one boy was here playing the sitar. A small boy, 5 years. My God, he's playing with the senior sitarist. Or not the sitar, what is that? Sitar. And 4, 5, 6 other sitarists are there. He's also doing the same way. That's how a 5 years boy, 6 years boy can do that and compete with this 70 years old man who is doing side by side. So where he got the inspiration? Where is the impetus come? Where the tendency like that comes? No? You can watch the children's nature. Some child is very intelligent and they are working on fixing the tools and nuts and bolts and this car and this and that. One is very interested in car. Another is very much interested in, say, some other types of toys. So what makes them incline this way or incline that way? Similarly, a child from the more childhood, you see, they are very calm and they are very quiet and very observant. And they, as they grow, they are more become meditative and little detached, little helping others. So where this tendency come? This is the way the karma having double effect, which is immediately good and bad. What happens immediate, but it goes to the subconscious and creates our next. So that means we are the creator of our future.
I
That
have
is the
another basic question about karma theory, not karma yoga, karma theory, that good karma result in good fruits and bad karma result in bad fruits. Now there are some things which are clearly good and clearly bad, but there's a huge gray area, and depends on what environment you are, where you are, and what kind of upbringing you have had, and accordingly, good and bad definition can change. So, is it just good as per the person, or is there something more absolute than that?
and you know any karma you do that has a good and bad effect. Any karma you do. You cook a nice food and everyone says, wow, wonderful cooking. No? And wonderful cooking, but to have that wonderful food, you have killed so many fishes, you have killed so many chickens, you have destroyed so many eggs. So karma will have double effect. But the question is my intention. Yeah, it is not the one. See, surgery, doctors, and taking out the heart, cutting the ribs of the this, and bringing out the heart, and doing all this surgery. What a brutal thing! Huh? But intention is that it is doing good to the patient for his life. And another person comes and just does the same thing.
No, but those are clear examples of good and bad. But I'm saying there is a huge gray area about that.
That area only.
Something might be good in America, but not good in, say, Japan.
That's why you have to karma. Na, it is said the karma na gahano gati. It is king karma, king akarmeti. Even Bhagavan Gita says, king karma, king akarmeti, kabayo piyatra mohita. Even the kobis, means the sages, the saints, the realized people, they are also perturbed or confused. King karma, what is karma? Kim akarma, which is not karma, it is bad. Iti. That's why Gita says, Tatte karma pravakshami, therefore I will tell you about karma. Jad gatva mokshasya ashubhat, by knowing which you will just transcend your birth and death. No? So there he says detached karma. Any karma you do with detached, it is not adding to your emotions, adding to your mind. Karma will be karma. That's why you kill, that's whole Gita studying. You kill even, you are not doing anything. There is a story. There is a story that Krishna, no, who is that? The gopis. Gopis were trying to go cross the Jamuna river. Huh? And there came the sage, which is the name of the sage? Vasishta or who came? I do not know what is the name. I forget these names. Anyhow, that sage came there and then asked, Vyasa. See? Good. Vyasadev came. And Vyasadev said, oh Vyasa, please do something. We are getting late. And there is no boat, ferry. So please help to go on the opposite side of the Jamuna river. And Vyasa said, oh yes, okay, we'll do that. But I'm very hungry, feed me something. So the gopis have some butter and all these milk products. They gave and fed Vyasa. Vyasa, after eating so much, he stood before Mother Jamuna river and said, Mother, if I have not eaten anything, so kind, if it is so true, then part. Let your water be parted so that we can cross over. And Mother Jamuna separated, and the sand bed came, and all of them crossed on the other side. Question is that, what is this? He ate so much, and he said to Mother Jamuna, if I have not eaten anything, this body has eaten, I have not. See this inner significance of it. So when there is detachment, no personal selfish motivation, karma for karma's sake, there is unselfish, detached karma, that will not bind you.
Swamiji, but that is karma. I just wanted to follow up on my question. So that is karma yoga, and that I perfectly agree.
Not a karma yoga, detached karma.
Yeah, detached karma is karma yoga.
When you are established in that, then that will not bind. But if you are doing karma, it is not, he ate, he is convinced, he has not eaten.
My question was like, let's say killing a cow.
Hmm.
In India, it is considered to be very bad because cow is very holy. In America, it happens all the time because it's used for food. So the definition of good or bad of killing a cow is different in the different countries.
Maybe.
Now, if in India it is done, so it is a very bad action.
But these are very grey area.
Not considered to be a bad
Yeah,
action. So
then
how
what?
is the result going to be decided?
It depends on what attitude you are doing it. I am doing it for this purpose. What is the purpose? You are serving God in others. So you kill this way, you kill that way, that's okay. It depends on the custom, and we are influenced by the culture, we are influenced by the conditions. And in that context, you may think it's bad. What Hindus think is bad, if they find one cow slaughtering, and the Muslims will feel the same bad if they see that it is some, what, they cannot eat what? Pork. It will be terrible thing if one kills a pork or eats pork, no? So I am saying these are relative things.
They are not objecting to killing a pig. They are saying they are not going to eat it because in the Abrahamic tradition, the Jew.
But anyhow, I am not going. I am not going. Here the pointed question is that what karma is good, what karma is bad.
So you say like that the intention of the karma is going to be added like that. So now if you the good wish you started with, even the result is bad, the karma will not be bad. It will be counted as good because. So in that case, Dasharatha just killed the deer. He didn't have the bad intention to kill the sage's son, but he had to face the karma, though he had the good intention.
That is because of the action side. But internally, if you are a free soul, it will not touch you. Your body goes through. Body has shooted that arrow, and body is getting that return. But your Atman, your mind is so pure, it is not getting affected. Always the problem is that when I identify myself with the body and my actions are happening through the body.
Due to Rama's separation, he suffered from his mind only.
The mind, so long body mind, don't make distinction between body and mind. What is mind? Mind is a subtle body. This body in a subtle way is called mind. And mind has manifested in the physical body like this. What is the distinction? So long we are body bound, we will have to practice this detached work, and detachment will come in such a way that anything done by the physical body will suffer for that. Ramakrishna suffered for cancer because he took away the sins of many people. It is believed like that. You believe or don't believe, it has a physical action. But he was not suffering. He said, no. So this is the point. When so long you are body bound, that long we will have to do this detached activity. Good and bad, if it's detached way you can do. Gita says you kill. Is it not? Killing your own guru. Which scripture will say? Kill guru. Only detach. It's for the purpose of this righteousness. You do that. Righteousness comes where? When you are a human being, you have righteous idea and righteous activity. In that level of duality, you are working. So there you work, whatever duty comes, with detached outlook. We do it vengeance. That creates reaction. We do it anger. that creates reaction. But when you not have no other intention, but it is as a duty, it has come upon you, you do that. The whole Gita is teaching, kill your teacher, kill your grandfather, kill your own friends, brother, cousins, kill, 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 kill. And you will go to heaven, you will achieve your highest. How? With detached outlook. The whole teaching, detach, detach, detach. And attachment is bound to come when we think we are body. We are mind. We are all the five factors, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, even this factor. So long you are in the boundary of the work and you will have to perform them. But how to do perform? Detach, detach, detach. Then you do it, the body will get its own effect, but not you. Say the highest Vedanta, it does not contradict anywhere. Yes, you are saying something.
Yeah, I was just thinking that isn't like a big part of the problem, not the negative karmic effects itself, but the attitude that we have. Because I think the majority of practitioners or devotees who accept Eastern philosophy and the law of karma, that we have such a resilience or resistance towards negative events that if we instead embraced bad karma, so to say, and that with life, we will have negative
Impact. That's good thing.
In order to grow,
Yeah.
because we're taught by society that everything has to be good and perfect all the time, that we should just basically avoid anything that's painful or traumatic. But when you're in a moment of like status quo, when nothing bad has happened yet, so to say, if you're able at least then to kind of be grateful for the bad things, to kind of see it as an opportunity to get rid of that karma, or to see it as an opportunity or a challenge for you to grow, then maybe when that moment does come, you might be able to deal with it in a slightly better way. Or
it is subjective. When in your life it comes, you can be subjectively, you can handle that. But the question is that we want to be free from all bondage, therefore our attitude should be always positive. I want to free myself from all karmic. What the question of bad? Hindus say good is not good. Your good karma will take you to heaven. That's not good. So get out of the good also. The first to do what is to give up the bad. Because bad karma isn't good, otherwise society will break down. For the good of the society it is necessary. That's why so much rules are. But a spiritual person will neither care for negative, they will not care for negative karma. If you are not done with the negative, you cannot be spiritual. Forget that. No, those who have a background of moralities and what is called the dutifulness, honesty, sincerity, all this quality, their door for spirituality stopped. Unless they understand that you have to transcend that. That's why bad karma, every honest person should give up. But after doing that, they will mature. Even good karma is not good. Therefore, good or bad, whatever, you do detach. That is the maturity comes. And Gita gives us that idea. Yeah, true. Bad karma teaches us. True. Many bad karma we do. And when result comes, then we cry and weep and we repent and we learn out of that. That's a good effect. But for that reason, people should not indulge into bad karmas.
But I think most spiritual practitioners, when good things do happen, or what
That's natural.
we say good, it's very hard for us not to feel happy. I think it's much harder for us to be detached, even in the moments of things that we perceive as being, true happiness, more so than moments we may perceive as being bad. So I think once you get to a level where you can be detached from even the things that you would.
That is a matured. That's a very high matured state.
Yeah.
Matured state. Even they said, in one sense we can say Vyasa is a liar. In the physical level, he ate so much of milk products, and he said, "Oh, I didn't eat anything." Is he not a liar? Liar in front of all of us. If we have to characterize Vyasa, he's a liar in front of so many people. He ate, we saw, and he's saying, I am not eaten.
That's what Krishna did all his childhood.
See, that's the point. The maturity is a different. You are saying anything?
No. I think they're largely they classify as pravratta karma and nivratta karma or nishkama karma. It's the whole karma classification. One with no intention of no returns or no expectation.
Yeah, the simple thing is that if karma is done, it is not so easy to do. A perfected person can also only do detached karma perfectly. We all, whenever we do karma, whatever we say, we are trying to be detached, but in a subtle part of our mind, some desire, something remains. We want to be good, we want to be praised by other people, we should get some appreciation for others. Even, I don't want appreciation, but I don't want someone should criticize me. Is it not an expectation? I don't want appreciation. I do work, okay. But why the people will criticize me? And really I didn't do anything bad. See, that much is also expectation. When we can overcome all expectation, then you are the king, you are the queen, you are the emperor. No one can touch you. Whatever they appreciate, non-appreciate, they say something bad, they say something good, you are established in your own dignity. That is the end result of karma. Karma, yoga, or you say niskama karma, or whatever term you give, point is purpose of karma is to lift us in that level.
Is the normal person operating in the very dense materialistic world that is very heavy, very dark, drawing them into a kind of bad karma or little tiny glimpses of something that might be good? That those spiritual people who are moving faster, are they attached to a higher, less dense reality world that's making it more easy for them to perceive? It seems to me there are levels here. There's a density people are lost in. It's like glue walking around in.
You know how we get into those environments. My karma again takes me to their place. In the denser area or a less dense area. Because why I am pulled into that situation if someone goes? Because his lesson is there. I think this way. I am pulled into one situation. I should not have been. But why it happened? If we look from a detached outlook, there is a meaning. Maybe for my learning something out of that. And then I mature, and then I do something else. But we always should have to keep a positive attitude. This is not my everything. This is not the end of my life. I am put into this situation to get out of the situation. Okay, let us 15 minutes read something. We have not started yet.
asked Maharaj to ask questions last time, so we are asking questions.
Good. It's a good thing. I like it because it is more lively. And it is your questions and you are responding. That's a good idea. I say, I am not very hurried about for finishing the book. I can continue these few verses another year. That may be also good. Because what is coming? See, after reading so many years, these are the same fundamental question coming again. And we are discussing. It is making little clearer and clearer and clearer. So that is the purpose of study. You can say, I have read this Upanishad, that Upanishad, and understanding nothing. Rather, you will say that I have read 1, it took 5 years, but I understand a little, discussing again and again into the same questions which are not clear. Yeah.
But I think it's because for a lot of Western people who maybe, who become interested in Eastern thought, that the concept of karma is so confusing because so many people think that, an eye for an eye. Basically, you have this Christian kind of concept of that, it's just cause and effect, that you don't, I think a lot of people struggle to understand what karma really entails because they have another, they kind of just see it.
No, that everywhere there will be confusion because if confusion is not there, then you are realized soul. You have reached the goal. So long there is any question, so long we are students, and you have no question, you have solved the mystery, then you have realized so. So everyone will run towards you because you have realized the truth. So this is a part of our journey in life, no? Let us be very honest that we are all learning every day towards going towards perfection. Okay, now let us go. We have read that verse that this Atman is permeated everywhere. The last verse 8 we have read, when all beings are asleep, there is no one being who remains awake and who goes on producing one desire after another. It is this being who is pure, who is Brahman. So you go to sleep, you go to dream. See, when you go to sleep, nothing is there. Body, mind, action, nothing. But there is somebody who is there still awake. And that awakened consciousness we call witness consciousness. We call consciousness as Brahman or Atman, whatever term we give, that remains. And who is also referred to as immortal. That is the immortal reality in us. He is the support of all the worlds. That Atman is the support, substratum of everything. Ground of our dwelling, no? God, G-O-D, is G for ground, O for off, D is dwelling. Swami Sarvadevananda's definition. God means G-O-D is equal to ground of our dwelling. All the waves, we are all waves. Dancing, fighting, loving, hating, all this dancing. Where it is going on? On the ground of that consciousness. No? See, behind our body, mind, is that there is some consciousness. So that is the ground of our very being, and that is immortal. Tasmin lokasrita, and in that all the lokas or the planes are all settled on that, and tadu natteti kaschana, no one can transcend that because that is the ultimate reality. Etad vaitat, that is the thought. What you asked, oh Nachiketa, that is the point you asked about the Atman. That is the Atman. So we read on 48 that it is like, you know how it is? It is like the fire is only one fire. Agni rijateikang bhuvanang agni rijateiko. Did you get it? 148. Agni rijateiko bhuvanang pravishto rupam rupam pratirupo babhuvo. Don't you get that? You have the books. Read them. Ekastatha sarvabhutantaratma rupam rupam pratirupa vahischa. Given the example, fire is only one, same fire. When it enters into the world and it assumes different color according to the thing it is in. Suppose you put some oil in the color. Fire takes a different color. Put some salt, sodium chloride, it will be one color. You put some, say, firewood, it will be one color. Different types of wood will have different color. But fire is only one. So the consciousness is only one. Ekastatha sarvabhutantaratma. You should memorize, these are beautiful verses. Ekastatha sarvabhutantaratma. Sarvabhuta. Sarva means all, bhuta means created being, antaratma means indweller, who is inmost dweller at the heart of all, or you can say heart or the back of all. Ekastata sarva. Rupang rupang pratirupa. It has taken a form, outside form. This outside form is a costume. It has taken according to the, according to what? According to sodium chloride, or according to what you call potassium chloride, or you give so many salt is there, you can put one, the color will find different. Similarly, our sanskara, you put the sanskara, a karma theory, put all the sanskara bundle there, and it takes a color. And what is its color? this form, this form, this form, all the forms are. So external forms are coming because of the same consciousness, like the fire takes different color with different materials. So similarly, our material is our sanskaras, past impressions, good, bad karma, and these impressions which remain. According to the spice, the same consciousness takes different form. It makes a very poetic understanding about it. No, the color of the fire is different because not fire is different. Fire is always one color, but when it comes in contact with the object, it takes its form, it takes its color different, appears to be different. Similarly, the Atman is all the time same. In you, in me, in the highest heaven, gods and angels, down to the what you call demons and culprits, or say your microbes, or what you can say of the cells, or wherever you think anything in the world, it takes only different form because of their own sanskaras. The spice of the sanskara putting into the consciousness, it takes a different form. Or better example, in the ocean, the same wave, the water same, waves of different size and shape, bubble, foam, wave, billows, tsunami. Go for many names of the recent storms and hurricanes. It's all water, nothing else. Similarly, another example, Vayurjataiko bhuvanang pravishto, 10th verse. Vayurjataiko bhuvanang pravishto, rupam rupam pratirupo babhuva, ekastatha sarvabhutantaratma, rupam rupam pratirupo vahischa. These are beautiful verses in the Kathopanishad, and very poetic, and very charming. As like the same air everywhere in the world is present in every being as his vital breath. Similarly, the same self is in every being, assuming its form. Last part is the same. It takes different form. Vayu, as it takes different forms, the self is formless, though it actually assumes some form. These forms do not affect it, as they are only superimpositions. The self is both inside and outside of all beings. It is the self that Nachiketa is asking for. And giving another example, 11th verse, saying, Shuryo yatha sarva lokasya chakshuhu, Shuryo yatha sarva lokasya chakshuhu, nalipyate chakshushair vaishyadosoihi, nalipyate chakshushair vaishyadosoihi, ekastatha sarvabhutantaratma, ekastatha sarvabhutantaratma, nalipyate lokadukkena vahya, nalipyate lokadukkena vahya. The available examples, the sage is giving some available example. He says, Surya, as the sun. Sun is sun. Sun is bright. Sun is luminous. Yatha sarva lokasya. In every being, chakshu, they're called eyes, sees the sun. Suppose I am wearing a, say, blue eyeglass. Someone is wearing some purple. Someone is a different color. You see the same sun. You see different color. Similarly, that Atman is like sun. You see through your coloring. It appears many, but sun is the one sun which we are all looking at. So it says, Surya, the sun, yatha, as sarva lokasya chakshu, in spite of being the only one eye of all beings, when sarva lokasya chakshu, everyone's eye, it appears different. because of the eyeglass or seeing things in different way. Nalipyate, but it is not tainted because I see it is blue or it is something different. No, the sun does not change. Nalipyate, it does not get polluted by the pollution of my covering of the eyes. Similarly, Eka Tatha Sarva Bhutantaratma, that one, absolute one, who resides in all of the created being. Anything created in this universe, movable, immovable, behind that absolute one is there. It is not touched by loko dukkheno vaisha. When I get some pain, someone is being tortured, someone thinks I am happy. So all these things, it does not touch that Atman who is behind. It touches the body and mind. It is in the eyeglass, all this difference. Here is the mind, here is your intellect, here is your ego. The 24 principles it is called, no? We call 17 elements which goes in a subtle body. That means you think what you have in your dream body. When you dream, you think what you have. You have your eyes, ears, nose, etc., etc. 5 organs of perception, 5 organs of action, hand, feet, etc. In your dream, when you see your dream, don't you see you have a head, you have eyes, you have a nose, don't you see? No? So that is called the subtle body. And that body, that these elements, they are only different. We have one day given the chart. The Atman is the same inside, and it is encircled by ego body, intellect body, mind, the pranic body, and the physical body. So, but the light diffuses when it comes through because of the layers of darkness in or brightness of the coverings. But the light inside is the same. There is no separation. That's why Swami Vivekananda's beautiful word, each soul is potentially divine. Very powerful. There is no more or less. It is not more in some person, or he is a holy person, and less in me because I am unholy. No, it is same. He has manifested it and I cannot. Why I cannot? Because there is pollution in my mind, in my thinking process, in my ego level, in my emotion level. So that has made the light to come out, diffused. But there is no distinction between a holiest of the holy and we, the ordinary people. There's nothing. They have manifested, we are to manifest. This is the So you have to know that Atman is the same. That's why there is a song in Bengali song. Amra sabai raja amader ei rajar rajotte. We are all kings in our own kingdom. We are all emperors. No one is higher, no one is lower. That is the special place in Vedantic way. We are all kings in our own king's kingdom. That means there is no distinction that you are lower, I am higher, you are woman, I am man, I belong to a rich family, you belong to a poor family. It has no such distinction. We are all the great emperors in our own kingdom. And in kingdom, that is the spiritual kingdom. There is no separation. Only all separation is in the other level. So, Sarva Bhuta Nalipyate, it does not get touched by or polluted by Loko Dukkheno Vaishya. These two translations, I'll read here the Chinmayananda Swami's book, just quickly, a running translation, and if we can touch one or 2 points here. Just as the sun, the eyes of the whole world is not contaminated by the defects of the external eye, just as the sun, the eye of the whole world is not contaminated by the defects of the external eye. So being the inmost essence in all beings, Atman, is not contaminated by external sorrows of the world. The light of the sun illumines equally all objects in all conditions of health and decay. Whether the sunlight illumines a scene of meritorious sacrifice or a dire sense of calculated villainy, the sunlight as such does not get either blessed or condemned by the qualities of the various scenes it illumines. The light is light. Ramakrishna gave the example. Under the light, someone is reading the holy text like Bhagavata, and someone is doing some forgery. One is doing forgery, another reading the holy text. Do you blame the light for that? Light is shining equally. Who is doing forgery? He is there. And who is reading a good spiritual text, uplifting? Light is there, lighting the same way. So Atman is like that. It does not get polluted by our way of looking, our way of thinking. There are two schools of thought among the Hindu philosophers as they try to explain the relative status of truth and the world. Some claim that the supreme reality is modified itself to become this world. It is called the Parinamavada. They are talking about that. The world has become this. It is called the milk has turned into yogurt. But yogurt you cannot take back the yogurt into the milk. That's why this philosophy is called Parinamavada, that is mentioned. And some claim that supreme reality modified itself to become this world, as the milk gets modified and becomes curd or yogurt. Vedanta condemn this viewpoint since it is faulty according to their line of argument. What they say? It is called Vivartavada. Vivartavada means without changing anything, it gives a view, perception that it is different. Without changing anything, it gives the idea that it is different. So, like that snake, there is no snake in the darkness, but rope is all the time. We superimpose the concept of rope and we cry and weep as a reality. And then when you bring the knowledge, the flashlight, then we see it is the rope all the time. So rope has not changed. But our misconception comes and misconception goes. That is called the vivarta, without changing the original material. A change has come in the mind or emotion or our understanding due to ignorance. And when that ignorance goes away, we think that nothing has changed. When I was crying, thinking it is a snake, or when I am now free from that fear, nothing has happened. So this is the philosophy, two philosophy, Parinamavad, Vivartavad. So they had mentioned.
In one Parinama,
Yes. Actually, you test there. You.
Okay, you mentioned
the same
the change in knowledge. Well, that's the Advaita path and the yoga path, calming of the mind. And then also it seems like you're addressing another important issue, which is mental purity. Perception is based on our purity, impurity, or relative purity of our mind.
So I'm not going to that point. How you will bring your mind to purity, by yogic path or Vedanta path or bhakti path, that's a different thing. Pure mind will be like that. He will see the truth, unchanging truth. Even in bhakti, even in yoga. So these are paths to purify the mind. So we are talking about purification already. Yeah.
I had a question about the Parinamavada. One Parinam can be where A changes into B, but B cannot change back into A. Like milk and yogurt example you gave. One can be just the same material but taking different forms. Like clay becoming, or gold becoming a necklace, or gold becoming a ring, and so on and so forth. So are both called Parinamavada?
Yeah, so long in the name and form, it can go back to its source. That is not Parinam.
That's not Parinam.
No.
Then what is that?
That is Vivarta.
But the Vivarta, the example you gave was of a rope appearing as snake. There is no change happening in rope at all. So
Here-
there is a difference in the
here
rope
is-
appearing as snake versus gold taking a shape.
Only in the
of a-
mental level, but here also, nothing has changed. You are only trying to make it look like a form. But you melt it, it's nothing has happened. But you can say melting action and creating a form is going on. But so that is done by your mind, only by mind.
No, that
No, one is the action level, another is without action. In the mental level, you are doing the same thing. You are projecting your snake idea and then projecting onto the rope, and then you are getting frightened and running away. So all the reactions are happening. There is a form has come in your mind. And you are giving an example, grosser example, in the real relative area. There is a change, but that change is not change because it can be drawn back to its own source.
So the Brahman appearing as this word, it cannot be taken as
Parinama, this is
no,
Vivarta.
not Parinama, but it cannot also be taken as where Brahman is changing its shape. That would be incorrect understanding.
Now, that philosophy, if you go to the Vivartavad philosophy, you will say it is wrong. If you take the Parinamavad, then you will say yes, it has happened. So that's a different philosophical discussion. Two schools of people think.
Swami, would one say that the Bhakti tradition is closer to Parinama because
Yeah, they have accepted. They accepted this world is real and it has been created by God. So there's a different approach.
similarly that to go step back to 11, just as the sun is the eye of the world and it shines on rotting meat and on a meditating saint, makes no difference. For bhakta, that would be kind of a very unacceptable world.
No, Bhakta's
Because-
stand is different.
Right. So then he would identify more with Parinamavada.
No, they are not Parinamavada only matter. They say it is God has become this.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's a different thing. They're bringing concept of God.
Right. So God cannot be like the sun or like Vayu or like
Yeah, God can be.
Impervious to suffering, impervious to just lighting suffering and lighting realization, but not aiding either one. But a bhakta will never take that stand. He will say, if I suffer, God will respond if I cry out to him with a pure heart.
Good. That's what's a good idea. They are going to God.
Therefore, there is
Quest.
no, but there cannot be something as impartial as
That's it.
air, Vayu,
See,
Agni.
Yeah, so when you go to this dualistic discussion, I will have to give more time because it's already time is up. Otherwise, we can really get the charm of bhakti. Bhakti is a beautiful idea. You have to create your mind in the bhakti school of thought, and then you can see what going on in this created universe. It is everything God. It is God's creation, and I love God. If I love God, whatever He created, I love it. Here, Vedanta says two things: nimitta karan, upadana karan. It's called the two causes. Two causes. One is the material cause, another is called the efficient cause. Material cause, this table is made of wood, pin, glue, all these things. But somebody efficient person as consciousness has added to this. That is the Vedanta says, no. This material cause is equal to the efficient cause. Not two. It is the one. Because then no creation has happened. But Bhakta will say, God is the efficient cause. And the matter, he did it with this material thing. But because he did it, I love everything he did. As a lover loves anything belonging to his beloved. Even something so valuable. Because it is his touch is there. So Bhakta takes in a different attitude. They will ultimately, they are saying the oneness, it will come, but the language is different. We'll have to talk about that long. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvi Navaditamastu Ma Vidvisha Vahai. Om Shanti Shanti Sihi. Hari Om Tat Shri Ram Krishna Arpanam Astu. Anyhow, good. This is good. You have some lively discussion.